Imagine a world 50,000 years ago, a time when the very landscape was sculpted by ice and shaped by the relentless cold. The Ice Age. A period of dramatic climate shifts and colossal ice formations that dominated the northern hemisphere. Vast sheets of ice covered much of the north, burying entire regions under miles of frozen water, and the air was brutally cold, a constant reminder of the unforgiving environment that life had to endure. The wind howled across the frozen plains, carrying with it the sting of ice crystals. The land was open steppe, a seemingly endless expanse dotted with hardy pine and birch trees, clinging to life in the face of the glacial advance. And survival was a daily struggle, a constant test of resilience against the elements and the ever-present threat of starvation. Every sunrise brought a new set of challenges. Giant animals roamed, creatures of immense size and power, perfectly adapted to this frozen world. Woolly mammoths, their thick fur coats providing insulation against the biting cold. Woolly rhinos with their massive horns and shaggy hides. Cave bears, denizens of the deep caverns, and massive deer with towering antlers, their impressive racks a testament to their strength and vitality. Herds of wild horses, thundering across the frozen ground, and reindeer moved across the plains, their hooves kicking up snow as they migrated in search of food. While cave lions stalked their prey, their powerful bodies and sharp claws making them formidable predators. Two kinds of humans lived here, both vying for resources and survival in this challenging landscape. Neanderthals, long adapted to the cold, their stocky builds and specialized features honed by generations of living in this environment. And Homo sapiens, newcomers from Africa, bringing with them new technologies and ways of thinking. For thousands of years they shared this harsh world, hunting, seeking shelter, and adapting to constant change, their lives intertwined in a complex dance of competition and coexistence. The Earth itself was unpredictable. Volcanoes erupted, spewing ash and lava into the sky. Rivers shifted their courses, and glaciers relentlessly carved the land, reshaping the world with their immense power. Every day demanded resourcefulness, reading the seasons, understanding the subtle signs of changing weather patterns, tracking animals across the vast distances, and finding safe shelter from the elements and predators. Life was a negotiation with a wild, powerful planet, a constant balancing act between survival and the forces of nature. The stories of Neanderthals and Homo sapiens are deeply intertwined, a shared chapter in our human journey, a testament to our adaptability and resilience. This was a world of giants, both animal and human, where survival meant understanding the land and its creatures, respecting its power, and learning to live in harmony with its rhythms. The climate could shift rapidly with little warning, forcing all life to adapt or perish, highlighting the fragility of existence in this dynamic world. In this world, humans learned to read the signs of nature and each other, developing complex social structures and communication skills to navigate the challenges they faced. Their existence was shaped by the forces of nature and the presence of each other, a constant interplay of cooperation and competition that defined their lives. This is the world where our story begins, a world of ice, giants, and the enduring spirit of humanity. As the world plunged into the grip of the Ice Age, a new kind of human emerged, perfectly adapted to the brutal conditions. These were the Neanderthals, the original Ice Age survivors. They were intelligent, possessing a cognitive capacity that allowed them to strategize and solve complex problems. They were also incredibly strong, built to withstand the physical demands of their environment, and remarkably resilient, capable of bouncing back from hardship and adapting to ever-changing circumstances. Their short, stocky bodies conserved heat, a crucial adaptation in the frigid climate, and their wide noses warmed the frigid air before it reached their lungs, a clever evolutionary advantage. They lived in small, close-knit groups, relying on each other for survival and companionship. Finding shelter in caves and rock overhangs, they created homes in the heart of the frozen world, seeking refuge from the elements and predators alike. The hearth was their center, the focal point of their existence, providing warmth against the biting cold, light to pierce the darkness, and a place to gather and share stories, strengthening the bonds of their community. Neanderthals cared for their sick and injured, demonstrating a level of empathy rarely seen in the animal kingdom, showing deep social bonds and a capacity for compassion that challenges our preconceptions about these ancient humans. They were expert hunters, masters of their domain, taking down mammoths, a feat of incredible skill and bravery. buffaloes and bison, providing sustenance for their families and communities. They used heavy wooden spears, crafted with precision and care. Hunting was dangerous, a constant dance with death. Many bore injuries from close encounters with massive prey, a testament to the risks they faced to provide for their kin. They also gathered plants and berries, supplementing their diet and demonstrating a knowledge of the natural world. Adapting to what the land offered, they were resourceful and innovative in their quest for survival. Their tools were sophisticated, reflecting their advanced cognitive abilities. The Levallois technique produced sharp flakes for knives and scrapers, demonstrating a mastery of stone knapping. They used bone, wood, and shells for tools and simple ornaments, showcasing their creativity and resourcefulness. Neanderthals mastered their environment, becoming an integral part of the Ice Age ecosystem, using every resource to survive and thrive in a world that was both beautiful and unforgiving. Their toolkit was a testament to their ingenuity, to their intelligence and adaptability, proving that they were far more than just primitive brutes. They understood the rhythms of the land, the changing seasons, and the cycles of life, and the animals they depended on, tracking their migrations and understanding their behaviors. Life was harsh, a constant struggle against the elements. But Neanderthals thrived for hundreds of thousands of years, a remarkable achievement in the face of adversity. They were not brutish, as they have often been portrayed. They were skilled, crafting intricate tools and weapons, social, living in close-knit communities and caring for one another, and deeply human, capable of compassion, innovation, and resilience. Their legacy is one of endurance and ingenuity, a testament to the power of the human spirit to adapt and overcome even the most challenging of circumstances. While Neanderthals thrived in the north, Homo sapiens began their journey out of Africa. By 50,000 years ago, they were pushing into the Middle East, Asia, and Europe, facing new climates and challenges. Physically, they were taller and more slender, built for travel and endurance. Their brains matched ours, capable of complex thought, language, and creativity. They lived in mobile groups, following herds and the seasons, building temporary shelters from hides and bones. Fire was central, providing warmth, safety, and a place to gather. Their social networks stretched farther, allowing for the exchange of ideas and goods. Their tools were varied: long stone blades, bone needles, and the revolutionary spear thrower for safer hunting. Creativity and adaptability became their greatest assets in this new world. As Homo sapiens moved north, they entered lands already home to Neanderthals. The first encounters were likely cautious. Strangers glimpsed across valleys, signs of other camps, unfamiliar tools. Sometimes competition for resources led to tension. Other times, curiosity sparked cautious contact. The landscape shaped these meetings. Open plains allowed for avoidance, dense forests for sudden encounters. Both groups hunted the same animals and sought the same shelters. Some meetings may have ended in conflict, others in peaceful exchange. The story of their contact is complex, a mix of rivalry, avoidance, and curiosity. For thousands of years, Neanderthals and Homo sapiens shared the same land, sometimes as neighbors, sometimes as rivals. They saw each other's fires, heard distant voices, and crossed paths while hunting. Modern humans, new to the cold, likely learned survival skills from Neanderthals, hunting techniques, tool-making, and local knowledge. This exchange of ideas may have helped Homo sapiens adapt and thrive. Competition for food and shelter was real, but populations were small and the land vast. Often avoidance was easier than conflict. Archaeological finds show blended tool styles and ornaments, evidence of cultural exchange. Neanderthals adopted new technologies and symbolic behaviors from their neighbors. The relationship was dynamic, sometimes tense, sometimes cooperative. Both groups shaped each other's world. This was a time of learning, adaptation, and shared survival. Women, often overlooked in traditional historical narratives, played a crucial role. Their influence extended far beyond the domestic sphere. They were instrumental in connecting Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, acting as vital links between these two distinct groups of early humans. In small societies characterized by mobility and close-knit communities, women often moved between groups, whether through choice, necessity, or tradition. This movement wasn't just physical, it involved bringing knowledge and skills, acting as conduits of cultural exchange. Imagine a Neanderthal woman joining a Homo sapiens community, a scenario filled with both challenges and opportunities. She would be teaching survival skills honed over generations, while simultaneously learning new customs and adapting to different ways of life. This exchange was crucial in bridging two worlds, fostering understanding and cooperation between groups that might otherwise have remained separate. Her children, born of both peoples, would represent a tangible union of these distinct lineages. These children became living links, carrying Neanderthal heritage, both genetic and cultural, into the future, ensuring its survival within the Homo sapiens population. DNA evidence, meticulously gathered and analyzed, proves this blending happened, confirming the intermingling of these two human species. These women were not passive participants in this process. They were active agents of connection, shaping the course of human history. They were responsible for passing on genes and culture, ensuring the transmission of vital knowledge and traditions. Their experiences were undoubtedly challenging, adapting to new families, navigating cultural differences, and facing the unknown. But through it all, they were also building bridges, fostering understanding, and creating a shared future. The story of human evolution is not just about competition and survival of the fittest, as is often portrayed. It is also profoundly about connection, cooperation, and the shared legacy that binds us together. Through the actions of these remarkable women, Neanderthal knowledge, skills, and genes survived, enriching the human story. They ensured the Neanderthal story continued, not as a separate narrative, but woven inextricably into our own, shaping who we are today. Their legacy is a powerful reminder that human history is, at its heart, a story of connection, resilience, and the enduring power of cultural exchange. Modern science reveals the Neanderthal story in our DNA. Most people outside Africa carry 1 to 2% Neanderthal genes, a legacy of ancient encounters. Some of these genes helped our ancestors adapt to new climates and diseases. Neanderthal DNA strengthened our immune systems and influenced our skin and hair. This genetic blending happened early, as Homo sapiens left Africa and met Neanderthals in the Middle East. Their genes spread as humans migrated across the world. The dividing line between us and them was never absolute. Neanderthals are not just extinct relatives, they are part of our family tree. Neanderthals thrived for hundreds of thousands of years, but vanished around 40,000 years ago. Their extinction was likely caused by a mix of factors: climate instability, competition, and changing landscapes. Rapid climate swings disrupted their food sources and habitats. The arrival of modern humans brought new competition for resources and territory. Advanced tools and larger social networks gave Homo sapiens an edge. Neanderthals may have been slowly outcompeted, pushed into marginal lands. Some joined modern human groups, their genes blending into the larger population. Their disappearance was not total extinction, but a merging of peoples. The Neanderthal legacy lives on in our DNA. Their story is part of our own. The Neanderthal story is a vital part of our own. It shows our journey was complex, with many branches and shared moments. We were not alone. Other humans walked this earth, shaping our destiny. Their legacy is in our DNA and the tools and ornaments that blend two cultures. They were neighbors, rivals, and family. Their extinction reminds us how fragile existence can be and how adaptation is key to survival. Exploring their world connects us to a deeper humanity. When we look at their remains, we see a reflection of ourselves. Their story is the beginning of our story. By learning about them, we understand what it means to be human.